Hey everyone, welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss the new Too Brash Sarah video on TikTok, where we learn that there is a connection between Sam and another one of our new Scream 5 characters. Let's do it! So, in today's Too Brash Sarah video, we learned some new information regarding Sam and someone else in the new cast. Here's what Sarah had to say.
Okay, bear with me here because I have been riding that frapp train to Caffeineville all day. Most of what we've seen so far has been silly, unrelated nonsense. That said, we've made some progress. Suspects. We have Sidney Prescott, Gale Weathers, and Dewey Riley, which connects us to Sheriff Judy Hicks, which brings us to our current group, starting with Wes Hicks, whose babysitter was Sam Carpenter and whose boyfriend is Richie, whose sister is Tara Carpenter, and her friends are Amber Freeman and Mindy and Chad Meeks Martin, whose girlfriend is Liv McKenzie, who is somehow related to that guy Vince. Okay, so we haven't 100% solved it, but Ash and I both agree that the killer is among these people. Plus, we have a few pieces of evidence, gossip that we're hoping to confirm as evidence that will actually prove who Ghostface is. So follow, like, comment, and use hashtag SaveWoodsboro to stay involved.
So at first, on the suspects list, she mentions the OG3, Sidney, Gale, and Dewey. Now, while they are technically suspects, they are not really suspects in my book. I mean, I've said here on the channel many times, I do not believe there is any chance that Radio Silence would make one of the OG3 to be a Ghostface killer or a mastermind behind the killings. Now, while you could definitely come up with some creative motives and storylines if you wanted to make specifically Dewey or Gale the mastermind, I mean, you could do that. And many of you watching this video hold to theories that are really good, and I enjoy discussing them with you, and the possibilities are great. However, I really believe there's just no way this will happen in Scream 5. You got to remember, this is the first Scream movie to come out in 10 years. This is the first movie to relaunch the franchise since Wes Craven passed away. And I think one of the worst moves Radio Silence could do in this very first movie back would be to make one of the iconic OG3 characters a killer. I think it would possibly kill the chances of Scream 6 because it would turn off so many of the legacy fans and be a complete betrayal of who we know these characters to be. Now, you may be asking, well, what about Sidney? You didn't mention Sidney. Well, that's true. I did not mention her because she is hands off for dying or being responsible for the Ghostface killings. Zero chance. Take that to the bank, 100%. She's the only character that you can go into this movie and have 100% confidence that she will not die. Take it to the bank. You won't lose on that. Now, the next thing we see is Judy, and then the suspect tree that follows from her. And this was the most interesting bit of new information in the video. We have now learned that Sam used to babysit Wes. Now that is huge news. And the reason it's such huge news is because now we know that Sam has a previous connection with both Wes and Judy, which means that we now have two more suspects that could know Sam's big secret. Now, previously, I have discussed how Tara, Richie, and Amber could all know her secret because of their relationship to Sam, and in the case of Amber, her relationship to Tara, who would likely know Sam's secret, also being sisters. But, and just to clarify, Tara being the sister of Sam, not Amber. I'm talking about Amber's relationship to Tara, just to clarify. But now we can also add Judy and Wes as two more people that we know could possibly have that inside knowledge, since Sam would have been around Wes and Judy a lot when Wes was younger, and of course Judy was his mom, or is his mom, so she was around her as well. So there could have easily been discussions and moments where they talked about the past and talked about all of this stuff. So there's no doubt that they had the possibility of knowing. So, if you add it all up, it gives us 5 individuals at the top of the list for being Ghostface suspects or the mastermind behind the Ghostface killers in Scream 5. We are only 13 days away from finding out all of the answers. And if you haven't already, get your tickets now. Let's go. We are almost there. Okay, everyone. Now, I want to know what you think about the realization that Sam used to babysit Wes. I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, ideas, and theories. So start leaving your comments below right now so we can discuss it together. Well, that is it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thank you for watching.